What I've learned in my life is I can live on very little. And that for teaching, if I have a stick in the sand, I can still teach. I think my interest in girls' education stems from my own experience. Until about the age of 12, I was a chatty, loud, gregarious child. And then suddenly, I found myself shutting down in terms of voice. And in truth, I think it's taken me decades beyond that to recover voice. What I've realized is, because of developmental changes, boys at the age of 12 or 13 began to sort of push outward, which is a natural impulse. And girls have learned that they should pull back to make way for that pushing outward. And so I'm interested in imagining a world in which girls' voices don't get shut down. The key will be whether girls realize their intrinsic capacity. My name is Meera Viswanathan, and I'm the head of the Ethel Walker School in Simsbury, Connecticut. To be at this school now, to think about raising a generation of girls who come to expect equal access and to understand that it is their right not to feel impeded is really important to me. More than any time since the 1970s, I feel that we're at a watershed moment for women and women's social identities. Not simply that notion that ethically or philosophically women deserve a place in the sun, but much more pragmatically, empowered women contribute to everyone's well-being. The hashtag #MeToo movement, Time's Up, I welcome these movements because I think they're going to let some light and air into these previously closeted areas in which women purportedly had equal opportunity, but not really. Education is the most profound social instrument that exists. To think that I'm a head of school is extraordinarily humbling. All those young faces are watching me, and that everything I do is noted, and therefore I have to be much better than I really am, so I don't disappoint them. And my goal is to be as worthy of it as I possibly can be. The Marines have a slogan, "No Marine left behind." I feel the same way about girls and women. And so we will leave no girl left behind in teaching those qualities: grit, resilience, the confidence that you will make it.
For me to say that Southbury is the right model and group homes are the wrong model is wrong. And I feel also to say that group homes are the only model is just as wrong.
I wish we could all be happy. I wish, I would not tell them how to make decisions for their children. I respect their judgment, and I would only ask that people respect my informed judgment on my brother.
This is a population that needs funding. There should be no more cuts. There needs to be ways to put funding back into the budget.
I hope the state of Connecticut will realize that they need to do more, that more money should go to help all of the people who need this, because we all have the same struggle.
We are going to face a situation where the population drops to 150 or 100 or 50 people, and the cost per person is going to be astronomical at that point. Unless and until somebody in the government has the political will to say that we need to serve these people in the community as the Americans with Disabilities Act requires, we're going to continue with the same dual system that's so expensive.
We are known as the land of city habits, aren't we? And change may be harder in the culture of Connecticut than perhaps in some other cultures.
We can put a man on the moon. That's, compared to this stuff, that's a piece of cake. You know, it's the organizational issues, it's the human issues, it's the political issues. That's the stuff. That's the challenge.
There is a better way forward, okay? We can do more with the funding that is currently allocated to DDS.
If you have families coming and telling you that their adult sibling or child is going to die if they can't live in the institution, I mean, that's a very compelling thing, and it really does require the elected officials to, in a very humane way, to say to the families, I am going to work with you to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Should the decision be made to close Southbury? It's very clear to me we're all on the same team, because we will be their strongest advocate for the transition to be done properly, for the funding to be there, for the setting to be appropriate and well-funded for their family members, because that's what we want for our family members too. That's what we fight for every day when we're at the Capitol